In my last video, I talked about Atiku winning the PDP presidential election, and also I made mention that he really needs to look at WIKE as his running mate, because that is something that every serious or someone who wants to win should be doing. WIKE came second. WIKE is a grassroots local politician. He's very close to the people. He knows what it takes to win. Atiku should be looking at WIKE as his running mate. And surprise, surprise, no, I wasn't surprised this morning when I saw newspaper headlines that the PDP Advisory Council Hall came out and said WIKE should get the green light and become the running mate of Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar is Muslim and WIKE is Christian, and so this is going to be a very frightening combination if that is what Atiku eventually goes with. And the race is going to get more interesting. But Atiku has not made his decision. I know that he's still checking, looking at the chessboard, looking at where the votes will come from, trying as much as possible. This is a race. He knows that this is a unique opportunity for him to become the president. If he misses this opportunity, then it will be very, very difficult for him to come back. PDP has been in opposition for 8 years. If they are not going to win this election, then it's going to be a lot difficult for them to be able to win future elections. I am not a fan of PDP. I will not vote for PDP. I have in the past voted for PDP. Actually, I don't vote for party. I vote for individuals. But at the moment, it's just my opinion. So I think a WIKE as a vice president will go a long way to solidify votes, especially from the south region and probably, from the southeastern part. But for the southwest, I think it's pretty much certain that TINUBU would probably, harvest the vote from the southwest. And Atiku is a northerner, so they would likely slug it out in the battlefields in the north, where we have, chalk in Sanlala, as Turkish would say, large number of people. Okay, but the Nigerian constitution, or the way election is structured in Nigeria, no region can produce the president on its own. That means a northerner, even if he wins the whole of the north, cannot become the president. He still needs to have at least 25% from each state of the federation, or from, I think, 24 states of the 36 states in Nigeria. So what that means is that a lot of politicking, a lot of calculations will be done by the PDP to ensure that this time around they return to Aso Rock. Now let's go over to the APC. I was dead spot on that TINUBU, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola TINUBU, who I felt, or everybody felt, was the main candidate going into this election, was going to be the flag bearer. And yes, at the end of the day, you don't need a magician, you don't need a tactician to tell you that he is going to carry the day. And it wasn't a surprise that he won convincingly. It was a landslide victory. He had over 50% of the vote. The second person, or the first runner-up to him, was behind by over 900 votes, over 900 delegates. So it's a lot. In fact, the total sum of the remaining aspirants put together does not even add up. So if every other aspirant, if they've ganged up against Ahmed Bola Tinubu, they will still not have won. It shows the dockedness, the brain. It shows the extent of the work that Asiwaju has really done on actualizing his mandate, his dream of becoming the number one citizen of Nigeria. There were a lot of drama at the APC convention. A lot of people were snubbing one another. The Kogi state governor snubbed national president. After the winner was announced, Tinubu was famously believed or seen to have snubbed the vice president Osibajo, but later went back, after the speaker, Fajagbamia, after the speaker, I can't remember his long name, I think Femi, okay, after the speaker spoke with him, or probably he skipped his mind, and, he went back and he did the needful. And a lot of people made stories out of it. Who wouldn't, okay? But at the end of the day, a day after, he went to meet with the vice president. They talked it over, and I know that is settled. Because for Tinubu to become the president, he needs everyone on his side. He really needs it. This is not a time for you to begin to look for enemies or manufacture enemies. You need every vote that you can get out there. And that is what will be going through his mind as he begins to think, or as he's thinking, not begin, immediately became the presidential flag bearer, who is going to be my running mate. But that is what everyone is talking about right now. Everyone knows that the PDP is going to pick a Christian from the south. There are large pools of Christians that they can pick. WIKE is the front runner, but there are large, well-known politicians, but not so much that can match Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I can agreeably say that there is absolutely no one currently that can really stand toe-to-toe with Tinubu in the southern part of the country. But for the APC, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu is a Muslim, and so that in itself is going to create a lot of issues for him when it comes to choosing a president, his running mate. Because Nigeria, yes, our democracy has come a long way. It's over 2 decades already, but we still have the religious fight. We have the regional issues. Oh, he's from the north, he's from the south, he's this, he's that, he's a Muslim, he's a Christian. So we still have that. Our politics has not matured to the European countries or the Americans, where it doesn't matter where the person is from or his religion and so on. So I think he would have to also look at the map and come up with someone that will be acceptable, not just to the north, but also to the Christian community. And today, Khan is already saying it, the youths are already saying it, that a Muslim ticket is not acceptable. The former Secretary of State to the federal government even said, who is a Christian, also said Muslim ticket is dead on arrival. But, it's politics. Politicians say one thing today, tomorrow they change the tune. And we are just waiting. Hopefully, I think it's Friday. Friday we are going to know, or before Friday we are going to know who is going to be the running mate to Tinubu. Is it going to bow to pressure? Because a large chunk of the vote will come from the north, and you need a northerner that is strong. But there's only one governor from the north who is a Christian, and from what I heard, he didn't support Tinubu at the primaries. I think that's a governor from Jos. But let's see how things will go I'm I'm watching. I know a lot of Nigerians are watching. Let's see who is going to go with. Who's going to be his running mate. That is that. Now, I had some other guests on some channels or some platforms, especially from the Southeast. Someone made mention that, for the Southeast to support Atiku needs to assure the Southeastern people or the people of Southeast that is going to spend just 4 years. That is a single term. And I laugh. I can say boldly that Atiku is not going to spend 4 years. Atiku will not spend 4 years. He's going to spend 8 years. So anyone believing that Atiku will spend 4 years, if he becomes president, is joking. Nigerian politicians, they don't keep to their words, okay? They don't keep to their words. Once they get power, they do everything to stay in power. They don't keep to their words. So if you believe that Atiku is going to spend 4 years, then you are joking. Now, the gentleman agreement is that the North will take 8 years, the South will take 8 years. If that circle is broken with Atiku, then believe you me that after 4 years, Atiku will go another 4 years. That's 8 years. Once that 8 years is complete, how are you so sure that it's going to come to the southeastern part? So I just think that we should be wise in our deliberation. We should be wise in our consultations, permutations, calculations. But as the situation of things, everybody's talking about APC, PDP, because those are the two main political parties. For me personally, I think all other candidates, they absolutely stand no chance. They absolutely stand no chance. Talk of Peter Obi, Kwakwanso, Showore, Al Mustafa, all other platforms just don't have the structure and the base. They don't have the resources, just to compete at that level. Well, if elections are conducted on Twitter, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, definitely you can talk of Peter Obi, you can look at Showore. But when it comes to actual voting on the ground, when it comes to mobilization, and we all know in Nigeria, when you talk about mobilization, you talk about money. APC and PDP are way, way ahead. And if you cannot mobilize agents to the poll, how do you want to even mobilize the people? Nigeria is not a society right now that can vote people based on policies and ideas. Nigerian society right now, the middle class is dwindling. Now we have the extremely rich and the very poor ones. I think the elite in Nigeria are satisfied with this arrangement, because as long as you have people who are living in abject poverty, as long as you have people who are living below, the $1 per day level, it's very, very easy when election comes for you to buy their vote. But when you have a society where where you have lots of middle class people, they are flourishing in their business, the middle class is thriving, okay? It's very easy for people like Peter Obi, Showore, with little resources to make a statement. But even in all these developed countries, Europe, America, election is money. It involves a lot of money, even though they have an advanced society. So that is why I'm writing all these people off. Let me know in the comment section if you think, Shegun, you're wrong. Shegun, you're wrong. Peter Obi has a chance. Kwankwaso has a chance. Sowore has a chance. Let me know in the comment section. But from where I stand, from what I've seen so far, it's between APC and PDP.